What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. Coming to you guys today with another, well, pretty much like a wrestling commentary video in a sense. I wanted to talk to you about the whole situation that's been taking place with the draft so far, and I'm kind of gonna probably try to do two videos in one with this video right here instead of just doing two separate videos. So first, we got to talk about the possibility of them extending the reign for Roman Reigns past this year, leading into WrestleMania 40 next year. Because apparently the match that they're trying to do is probably do Roman and Cody again next year, WrestleMania 40 for the titles. Um, Me personally, do I think that they should extend this, feud till next year? No, I don't. I don't think they should. Me personally, and then this kind of really hit home when they said that, because really when they did the draft and they pretty much split them up, I was under the impression that they were probably going to move Cody to SmackDown, because I think it would only make sense for them to want to finish the story with Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns. And I know he's on Raw right now. He got drafted to Raw while SmackDown picked up Roman. And so I guess they're keeping them separate for now. And then maybe want to revisit that feud down the line, leading into WrestleMania 40. Now, there are different ways they could probably get to that match if they do decide to do that. Maybe he could win the Royal Rumble next year. I don't think people will want to see him win the Royal Rumble, but this is really me personally, and I love doing these little callbacks. But this is pretty much like The Rock and Cena from a couple years ago, because you remember Rock and Cena faced at WrestleMania 28. Rock beat John Cena. John Cena was going on this arc of pretty much trying to redeem himself, build himself back up, and trying to finish the story, pretty much. And he was going through, they wanted him to go through a little bit of adversity. He went through that feud with Brock Lesnar. He pretty much beat Brock Lesnar and overcame that. He won Money in the Bank and pretty much failed to cash in against then champ CM Punk. And then he pretty much went on a different route trying to get back to the W Championship, but ultimately he couldn't. And then that kind of took place over the course of the year. He got another shot at the Money in the Bank with Dolph Ziggler at TLC that year, but failed to win that. And then went on to January's pay per view Royal Rumble and won the Royal Rumble, punching his ticket to face the WWE champion, which was The Rock, who beat CM Punk that night. And they faced in at WrestleMania 29, and that was the main event. And we got to see finally John Cena win over The Rock. Me personally, I think that match should have been just a one and done type of situation for me, but they ended up doing it, and I don't know if they're gonna actually do those the same things, but so far you can tell that there are some parallels going on, because Cody Rhodes is kind of in that same position as John Cena was in 2012. So I think that's what they're trying to go with, and now he's facing Brock Lesnar at Backlash and everything like that. But going back to what I was saying about the whole Roman Reigns situation, I don't think you can drag his reign out for another year, because at this point in his title reign, he's pretty much beaten everybody. He's pretty much beaten everybody that's credible to face him, and with him being a part timer, it's already going to be a situation where you know the titles are not going to be there as much. The titles are not going to be there as much, and I think they should have put Cody on SmackDown, because they can at least have that big star outside of Roman. And I do think that the whole thing that I was speculating, a lot of people were speculating, we were probably going to get Cody versus Roman for the championships at SummerSlam. I don't think that they're probably going to do that, but there is a way that they possibly can do that. I know people are saying he could win the Royal Rumble, all that. I don't know if they should do that or drag this out. Me personally, here's what they could do. Yeah, he is on Raw right now, but what if he was to win Money in the Bank? And I know a lot of people are saying LA Knight is a good pick, and I'm still going to probably go with that in the long run. But I think if you want to finish the story, imagine if Cody Rhodes was to win Money in the Bank, because I know he's probably going to get a pop in when they go to London for Money in the Bank in July. I think he's probably gonna get a huge pop for sure. He wins Money in the Bank, right? And he cashes in. I don't know how the caveat's gonna be for whoever wins Money in the Bank. Will they be able to cash in on? Do they have to only cash in on their brand's champion, or can they be able to switch brands and cash in on their champion if they do decide to do that? Because usually cash in for the world championship whenever time you want, for up to 1 year. So if they were to do that, he could win the Money in the Bank and cash in on Roman Reigns and beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, and he could finish the story there. I think that would be a better option than dragging um, his reign for another year, because he's about to break a year, or not a year, but 1,000 days as champ, literally later this month, and everything like that. Because if he was to drag, I think people are already kind of tired of his title reign. To be honest, because it's like he's not there, and every match that we see him in, it's always predictable, especially with the finishes. The Usos come down, Solo comes down, they pay dividends. Roman wins. Same thing over and over and over. At some point in time, you have to change things up at some point in time. And not only that, but I think they would have to do something different. And I think Roman, I think he just needs to get to his 1,000 days. I think he's gonna get 1,000 days at Night of Champions, because that is the pay per view where he will break that 1,000 day record. I think they might do like a ceremony or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But the only two people on SmackDown that I could possibly see him being credible enough to face Roman right now, outside of Cody, before, because I know Cody's on Raw right now, but if we're looking at him right now, the only two people I can think of instantly is Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles. Those are the only two people I can see right now. They're not gonna probably run back Edge. I don't think they should do that. Austin Theory, absolutely not. He ain't gonna be facing Roman. So it's like, who do you have now? Because you really have booked yourself in the corner that you really can't really get out of at this point, unless you do. You should have had Cody win at Mania. I know people say he should have won through adversity, but here's the thing: Cody was red hot. There's never, and here's the thing: if he wins, who knows how everything would be different. People might not be buying into him as hot as he was when he first came in. He might not be as over as he once was. So different things can change on the fly. So I think here's the thing: when you have sometimes where calling an audible should be put in place, or going with what's hot right now. And what was hot was really Cody Rhodes facing Roman Reigns. That was hot. People were behind him when people wasn't when it wasn't Sammy, because people wanted Sammy to be the one to beat Roman at Mania, or be added to that match, or they do a situation where night one, Sammy for the WWE Championship. No, not no, Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, and then night two, with Sami Zayn, or vice versa. People wanted to see that, but when they didn't get that, they really kind of amped up on Cody, and people were getting behind him. And I feel like at WrestleMania they should have pulled the trigger on that, because he would have been a white hot babyface coming out of Mania. I guarantee you, it would have been 2014, where pretty much Daniel Bryan won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship all at WrestleMania for 2014, WrestleMania 30, and I think that. But I think even then he kind of went through some adversity, because he won the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, only to get cashed in on by Randy Orton, and he went through that adversity trying to get through the Authority to get back to those titles, and pretty much he wasn't put in the Royal Rumble, and he and people were pissed about that. And then he went to the Elimination Chamber, made it to the final two, but still couldn't get the win there. And then he went to Triple H, and the winner, whoever won, then would be added to that match. And then we got to see Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Batista face in a triple threat, and then we got Daniel Bryan overcoming the odds and winning the championship there. So there's different callbacks that you could possibly do throughout the story, but I do think they should have just put him on SmackDown. I understand you probably want Raw to have some good stars there, and I think he'll be a top star. But I don't think they need to put the World Heavyweight Championship on him. I don't. Will I be upset if they did? Not necessarily, but I would be baffled. Absolutely, I would be absolutely baffled because here's the thing: the World Heavyweight Championship seems like a second place championship. It seems like a consummation prize for whoever wins because it's like you're the champion, but the only reason why you're champion is because you couldn't beat Roman Reigns. So here's the next best thing we could do for you. I'm not no, don't do that. Do not do that because people are going to very well turn on him. The only decision that they possibly could do that would make sense to for the World Heavyweight Championship, the only people I'm really thinking could possibly be, and I understand Cody is probably going to be in my top five, but I think he's going to be in my five for sure. The other people I think should win, we got Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. Those are only five people I can really realistically see possibly winning that World Heavyweight Championship at Night of Champions. I'm gonna be honest with you. And yeah, even those people pretty much got beat by Roman, was outside of LA Knight and Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins has a case. He really never, um, Roman really never beat Seth. Seth had won by disqualification because Roman got his emotions got the better of him. He lashed out. He started using the chair and got himself DQ. He lost the match but kept the titles. So there's a case for Seth Rollins, and I think Seth Rollins is easily the MVP for Monday Night Raw right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's pretty much been carrying Monday Night Raw for the last few years. You, there's no debate about that. He is literally carrying Monday Night Raw on his back. He is that show's MVP, and I do think he's gonna stay. With Becky Lynch being put on Raw, he's gonna have to stay on Raw. I know people are saying maybe he goes to SmackDown and be the one to beat Roman. I wouldn't be upset about it, but I don't think they would do that only because I don't think they're gonna want to split the couples in the draft. And that's pretty much what they're doing because they pretty much. I was very well baffled that they put them on SmackDown. Bianca and with her being Raw champion and Montez, I thought they were gonna split them up, but apparently they're keeping tag teams together or whatever. Don't quote me. That's pretty much what's been happening. But I'm getting off topic, but I had to add those in here. But like I said, I don't think they should drag it right now for another year. I don't think you have a lot of people to really. You only have like two people, and one of them you're probably gonna get at Night of Champions, in my opinion, and the other you probably might get at Money in the Bank, maybe. I don't see anybody else possibly taking down Roman outside of Cody, and definitely with the bloodline look like it's about to split. I do think the right time for them to do that is at SummerSlam. I do think Cody should probably be the one to win Money in the Bank and cash in at SummerSlam, win those championships, and then you can have Roman take time off and then maybe come back around the kickstart of WrestleMania at the Royal Rumble or something. I think that would be a cool moment to do. But that is the end of the video, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the post notification bell so every time I post a new video. We're on the road to 500 with 470 subscribers right now. I appreciate everybody who's been subscribed to my channel and everything like that. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing my channel. Comment down below. How do you feel about the possibility of them running back Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 40? Do you think they should drag Roman's title reign for another year? Do you think it would make a little bit better sense for Money in the Bank, Cody Rhodes win Money in the Bank, cash in at SummerSlam, and then end his reign there? Or do you think somebody else should win Money in the Bank? How do you feel about them putting Cody on Raw and Roman on SmackDown? Do you think Cody should have went to SmackDown? Leave all that down in the comment section down below, and I'll have a discussion with you guys. I love having dialogues with you guys. But that's the end of the video. I appreciate you guys kicking it with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.